Hello everyone, welcome to GK Today, and in this video we are going to discuss about United States Capitol Protest 2021. On January 5th to January 6, 2021, the US President Donald Trump supporters gathered in Washington DC to protest against the results of the recent US president elections. So what are the United States Capitol protests? See, on January 6, 2021, the protesters gathered for the Save America rally. And during the rally, the attendees heard speeches of President Trump. The rally culminated in a riot. Eventually, the protesters invaded the United States Capitol building, and President Trump instructed his supporters to march into the Capitol building to overturn the elections. And it ended up in an armed standoff. The storming of the building and the riots are being described as sedition, infection, and a form of domestic terrorism. And some sources even refer it to an attempted coup. The series of these incidents leading to the invasion of US Capitol building are called United States Capitol protests. So what are the key events of United States Capitol protest? So the key event is Trump rally in Washington, which took place on 6th January, in which the protesters gathered around the Washington Monument to rally against the recent US elections and its results. And at the rally, the President Trump told his supporters to march on the Capitol building. What is Washington Monument? So it is an obelisk. Obelisk is basically a tapering stone pillar, typically having a square or rectangular cross section set up as a monument or landmark, which is as shown in the picture, that was built to commemorate George Washington. He once served as the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army, and he was the first president of the United States. So coming to the rioting in the Capitol building, so the rioters attempted to storm the building in the US Capitol complex, and the buildings in the complex were evacuated, and rioters broke past the security and entered the National Statuary Hall. The protesters were so violent that the law enforcement had to use tear gas within the building. Further, what is a National Statuary Hall? So basically it is a chamber in the United States Capitol building that is devoted to sculptures of prominent Americans. Let's also discuss what was the reaction of the US government. So a 1,100 strong force of the DC National Guard was sent to quell the violence. The order was initially resisted by President Trump and was signed by the Vice President. Let's also discuss that what is United States Capitol Complex. See, the complex is a group of more than a dozen of buildings that is located in Washington DC, and the buildings are used by the US federal government. The Capitol building in the specific is the meeting place of the United States Congress, and it is also the seat of the legislative branch of the United States federal government, which was built in 1800. Earlier to this violent protest, the Capitol building faced similar attacks during the burning of Washington in 1814. So now let's also discuss that what is burning of Washington that took place in 1814. On August 24, 1814, during the Battle of Bladensburg, a British force led by Major General Robert Ross set fire to the multiple government buildings, including the White House and the Capitol building. So this is referred to as burning of Washington.